A special welcome to Venathel channel. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. A special appreciation to all those who have subscribed. Click also on the notification bell below so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Remember that subscription is completely free. It costs you nothing. Today I want to speak from the topic leadership when evil men are in power. Leadership when evil men are in power. My dear friends, leadership is a calling. Leadership is a vocation. Leadership is a ministry. Leadership is a service. Leadership is a privilege. Leadership, I must admit, is not always easy. There is a saying that uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Maybe that was why Apostle Paul, in his first letter to Timothy, chapter 2 from verses 1 to 15, urges us to pray for those in authority. Leadership is not all about the glories, the benefits, and the privileges that surrounds the office. Leadership is all about getting things done. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2, the word of God said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn and groan. When power is given to you, what do you do with the power? Do you abuse it or do you use it? Using it is one thing, but do you use it well and for the right purpose and reasons? Someone once said that absolute power corrupts absolutely. A good leader takes responsibility for whatever happens under their watch. A good leader takes the blame. Rather than pointing fingers to other directions, he points it towards himself. A good leader leads by example. It is not enough to give directions, to give orders, to give instructions. The people you lead should see you do what you ask them to do. If you have to lead by example. Show more by your actions rather than your words. As a leader, people look up to you. Lead by example so that they can emulate, imitate, and follow in your footsteps. Example is the best teacher. As a leader, you must be approachable. People you lead should have access to you. You cannot, as a leader, deify yourself and make yourself inaccessible. A good leader runs an open door policy and makes themselves available for people they lead. People you lead should be able to reach you at any time to share their worries, concerns, and needs. As a leader, do not build walls and fortresses around yourself. You cannot lead from afar. You have to be close to the people you lead. That is the only way you can connect with the people you lead. Not only that, that's how you relate to them as well. If you get close to someone, you can perceive the smell of their mouth. If you don't go close, you won't. So as a good leader, bring yourself down to the level of those you lead and make yourself approachable to them. A good leader must be inclusive. A good leader should not be selective. You are a leader of all, not a few. Therefore, everybody under your watch should not feel left out. They all should be carried along. This is very important, especially in a diverse setting. A leader should be very, very careful so that a certain group does not feel left out, marginalized, ignored, while another group feels favored, recognized, promoted, and given a special treatment. Treat everyone equally. Do not show any partiality. Be fair. For example, if you are a leader and you are black, and you lead in a place where there are blacks, whites, Asians, and Latinos, and then you choose to give blacks under your watch some form of preferential treatment above other races, now, that is not good. That is not fair. That is not just. Remember, this is only an example, and it can apply to other races as well. Same applies to other minorities. The bottom line here is, be inclusive. Carry everybody along. Do not leave anyone out. A good leader is accountable and must be accountable for whatever goes on under their leadership. Accountability is a mark of a good leader. A good leader communicates well. Ability to communicate well is one of the features, qualities, and marks of a good leader. Communication is one of the ways you keep in touch and stay in touch with people you lead. Sometimes communication is not the problem, but how you communicate matters. How you send out information, convey messages, manage correspondences all matter. The key issue here is not only communication, but communicating well. As a leader, you cannot afford to be too busy that your people cannot talk to you. A good leader knows how to get things done. They know how to accomplish a task. A good leader knows how to resolve conflict, how to de-escalate tensions, how to unite, reconcile, and make peace when disagreement and misunderstanding arises. Kindly refer to my video on conflict resolution. A good leader is not afraid of constructive criticism. Every good leader wants a feedback because they want to grow. They want to get it right. They want to be better. A good leader is not bossy or power drunk. Their power does not get into their head. They do not brag about their power. They are humble and down to earth, while at the same time knowing who they are and not losing sight of their position and status. A good leader carries everybody along. They make sure no one is left behind. A good leader has a vision and a mission, what they hope to accomplish and how they hope to accomplish it. They have a purpose, a plan, and a target. There is a certain height they intend to take the firm, business, group, association, country, or the organization to. A good leader is one who praises in public and reprimands in private. A good leader protects their own and does not disgrace or embarrass them in the public. A good leader will laud you in the public and call you to order privately, thus respecting your dignity. A good leader treats people they lead with respect and with dignity. For every good leader, it is not about them. It is all about the people they lead. No good leader will place himself as a number one priority. They often come last. They put every other person first. You know a good leader by the quality of people they surround themselves with and people they listen to. When your advisors and counselors are people of proven character and integrity, you will do well as a leader. A good leader listens and does not ignore or play deaf to the cries and tears and lamentations of the people they lead, including their worries, their fears, and concerns. A good leader looks out for those they lead and focuses on their welfare and well-being. A good leader can only be a good leader when they see their office, status, and position as a service and ministry. Every leader is a servant, serving the people placed under their care. A leader is not there to serve themselves. They are there to serve the people. You cannot be a good leader if you don't see leadership as a service. You cannot be a good leader when you use your position to persecute, intimidate, and bully those you lead. No one is made a leader to make life miserable and hard for people they lead. By the way, how would you be remembered after your leadership? Would you be remembered as a rude, proud, arrogant, nasty, and vindictive leader, or as a compassionate, merciful, understanding, pastoral, and humane leader? There are some people who are a terror. There are some leaders who are a terror. They are feared. Are you one of those? Remember, power is given for service. Use your power to do good for people, not to harm or hurt them. Good leadership is shown in difficult times and times of crisis and tragedy. How you handle situations, how you deal with issues, how you stay on top of situations that arises goes a long way to show the type of a leader you are. Your actions and your decisions as a leader speak volumes. A good leader does not divide and rule or pit people against each other. A good leader strives to bring people together, unite people, and foster peaceful and harmonious coexistence among their subjects. A good leader does not use inflammatory or divisive language. Every good leader watches their language because whatever a leader says carries weight and it can spark different reactions or could be misunderstood. Think twice as a leader before you say anything to avoid having to come back to clarify, apologize, or to explain further. A good leader must be selfless. A good leader must not be selfish. A good leader does not show favoritism. You see, nepotism, partiality, tribalism, sectionalism, parochialism are all enemies of good leadership. To be a good leader, you have to avoid all these. A good leader inspires, motivates, gives hope, and encourages. A good leader unifies and brings everyone together. A good leader reaches out even to their opponents and find ways to carry them along. My dear friends, thank you for listening and God bless you. If you don't mind, take some time, visit my website at www.venathl.com, and also you can visit my daily blog to catch up with news around the globe at www.venathl.com/blog.